live lesson, if you're watching on the TuneFox website, you can click on the link below and that'll take you to the YouTube channel. There we can chat, talk about music, talk about whatever you're working on, anything you want to see on TuneFox. And I can do my best to help you out with whatever you're working on. Um, Pop in the chat there, let me know who's here, what instrument you play, and any questions you have. How's everybody's day going? I'm super tired. Played at church today. Um, so once you get here, don't be afraid to pop in there and ask any questions, whether it's super beginner, advanced, or just something kind of off the rails a little bit. Just let me know what's going on, and I'll help out any way I can here. Hartford's Real from the Sam Bush and David Grisman album. It's a great album if you haven't listened to that. Definitely worth checking out. Why does my fourth string sound dead beyond the G? Could be an old string. When's the last time you changed your strings? Could be old string. Could be. I don't know what else could it be. Could be a setup issue. Maybe something with the frets. So you mean your the fourth string, like your low string, the bass, the one wound string on the banjo? Yeah, my guess is old string. Does it buzz? Does it buzz past the fifth fret, that G note, or does it just sound kind of dead and not really have like the same resonance as the tone as the other ones? So you mean like that G note on the fourth string and like anything past? Change before Christmas, no buzz, just steady on G, close to the bridge. Huh. Dang, if you change that soon, I'm not sure. No buzz either. I don't want to say it's the banjo. So, is that problem just now popping up, or have you had anything like that? Is this a new banjo, a banjo you've had and you're just now noticing it, or a banjo you've had and that problem's just now showing up and it used to not be like that? Recent problem. 1.5 years old. Yeah, I mean, I think that might be a little bit beyond. I know how to play banjo fairly well. How to repair, not so much. So I'd definitely maybe message someone on Facebook, like a qualified luthier, like a banjo builder or something. Hopefully someone in your area, and then or maybe just talk to someone at a local music store, ask them what they think. But it sounds like you might need to bring it in, because if you got new strings and that you haven't had that problem before, hold on. Okay, so you got new strings on Christmas, or around Christmas time, around December, and you noticed it. Before that time, did someone else change the strings, or did you change the strings? And was it different strings? Lots of questions here trying to solve this mystery. I just thought maybe it was the way you put on that string, like if it wasn't looped correctly or tied correctly up here or something that could be maybe causing that problem. I'm the only one that's messed with it. Yeah, I'd ask someone and probably just take it in to a repair shop. Honestly, hate to say, wish I could just solve the problem, but I mean, if it's not an old string, I'm not sure what it would be. It's kind of weird. Yeah. Yeah, just to put the new set of strings on. Make sure you're taking time to get it wound. I don't know, not a lot of times around the post up here, but usually around 2 to 3 winds is good. Um, the other thing is, let's see if I can get a good angle here. Yeah, so in this one you can see the winds go down. You don't want the winds to come up to the top. You want each subsequent wind to go down below the other. And what you've got to do is when you're putting the string on, after you kind of get it right here, when you first got your string off, the hole should be facing this way, and what you're going to want to do is pull it through, right, to this side, and then set a kink in it, and then what you'll do is hold some pressure right here, right, as you put the string on, hold some pressure right there with one finger, and then maybe with your thumb on the underside of the string, right there, hold it up so it's tight right here, and then tune it till it's tight. But having your finger down will cause, like I said, each subsequent winding to go beneath the next. You may have to stop it at some point about 3/4 of the way through, so those windings aren't at the very, very bottom. You kind of just can get your fingernail under them and push them up. But that way, that helps with the break angle. So you don't want your string to come from the top of the peg post to the bridge. It needs to come at a little bit of an angle like that. Yeah, so the other things, it could be a tailpiece adjustment thing, it could be a bridge adjustment thing, it could be frets, coordinator rods. There's so many parts in a banjo, it's hard to know what could be causing that problem. So I'd say, just put your strings on, be real careful about it, and then if not, talk to someone and maybe end up probably bringing it in, is what I do. With all these weather changes, that could be the other thing. All these weather changes could have caused something to, get a little bit adjusted this way or that way. It causes changes in the wood. A lot of the times, usually should be getting your instrument set up probably once a year or something. A lot of the pros usually do it every time the seasons change. It's a lot of money, but I mean, a great setup will just make your banjo play so good. Just give you a new appreciation for the instrument that you already had. Makes it feel brand new. Yeah, I got mine set up recently. I had a problem right here where some of the frets weren't noting out, and what he actually had to do is he got a little hammer and was tapping on the frets, and then it was weird. You could see little gunk coming out from under the frets, so he had to get that out and then kind of re-glue it to get that fret to make that note and not be blocking it. So I needed that to get done because my bluegrass-ish newgrass band, we just recorded a couple songs that's going to release in a month or something. So excited about that. Glad to have a banjo that plays different, a little bit better, although I probably need to get a what's it called, fret dressing, where they kind of level all your frets. Yeah. So. Cool. Yeah, I'm sorry couldn't give you the exact answer you're looking for, but I think just probably need to take it to someone who knows how to repair banjos is the main thing. Get them to fix it or tell you how to fix it. Uh, any songs you've been working on this new year? You got any goals for the new year? Anything like that? Working on what? BB's BA. She's so good. I saw she did like a transcription of like a Tony Rice solo or something on banjo. It was just so good. Like, she's so clean, so good. I love Soldier's Joy, man. That's a great. Where's some K-pop? Are you playing it open or are you playing it K-pop 2? Mm. Oh, are you playing Soldier's Joy open, like no capo, with the, I'm assuming probably the fifth spike, or capo 2 fifth spike? Yeah, it's hard for me to know what to do. Like, obviously, you can do it either way. There's some options, like once the capo's on there, like you don't have anything, you lose out on all the strings back there. You lose out on the low D string unless you detune it. Um, Exercise in G melodic. Huh. So are you playing out of G shapes open Soldier's Joy? Cool, cool. I've got my own like little arrangement. I like it out of open C or C shape capo 2, and I think I like it like this is because I can still do my melodic. Oh, where is it? Yeah. So I got the melodic, but for like Scruggs style, this C shape is just. It's just more. It's just way more Scruggsy. You can play it open D. But when you you go to that 5 chord, you gotta go to an A, and the bar chord is like, eh. You can do it, but I don't know. I just like whenever you go to the 5 chord of capo 2, you just do your G shapes, and it's like it's more Scruggsy. Yeah, and for that part too, it's just way easier to do it capo 2. So yeah. Yeah, so that's dope that you're learning like some cool G melodic song. Working on that song was where you know, it's awful dead A on the 4th string. Huh? Yeah, that sucks. And you're not picking it any different, right? You're not doing this. Sometimes when you pick out, it'll really mess with your tone. This is any string instrument, whether it's mandolin or guitar. You know, usually you want to go kind of down and through like that. Let's get a little bit shot of rest stroke's really good. If you got long notes, especially on like these log ups, that rest stroke where you kind of set it on the string you want to play, let it go totally through and rest on the string right below. That'll get you a really, really strong note. You can't do it when you're playing super fast, but you just don't want to like flip it out or anything. And, you know, if you had a flat pick on a mandolin, you don't want to flip out. You want to go kind of straight down and get that good solid tone. Yeah, that's good. Learning like the G melodic stuff, getting more familiar with that sound. Do you know, is it going to be a series she does? Like, is she going to show it to you in a couple different keys or something? Yeah, more finger placement with the right hand more than the left is going to be, you know, hugely responsible for your tone. Assuming you're, you know, pressing down hard enough to get that note fretted with your fretting hand. But it's like the direction the pick goes whenever you strike the string and set it into motion. Hugely responsible for your tone. Is BB, is she going to take you from the G melodic and like do it out of C melodic and then D melodic, do you know? Because that tune, Soldier's Joy, G, D, and C, that's dope. That's cool that she shows it in all those different ones. Because usually in a jam, it's going to be in D, like almost without a doubt. So yeah, I'm doing it so much. Like I got up super early for church today and like played 3 services, and I'm just dead tired right now. Yeah, and jam's just gonna be in D. So you know play it in that open D, or if you're doing C, do it. I do capo 2. C is my favorite for that tune, but not all. Like Angelina Baker, like I love out of. I love how to open D. You can get like a really Scruggsy sound just in how you vary your your 5th string use and your open, along with your notes here on the B string. You can also do it down here. So you can do it capo 2. There's something about. Sometimes you gotta switch between the forward and the backward movement to get everything to sit just right. But I really enjoy that. And you got that low D string, it's always great. Cool. Anybody else out there in banjo or mandolin or guitar land? Liking the melodic a whole lot. Feel like every note is important. For sure. Um, if played that way. I mean, some people play the melodic where it doesn't really have the melody in it, if that makes sense. Like it's all kind of licks. Like, oh, that's out of tune. Um, so a lot of play it more like scalar or lick based out of that melodic style. But if you're actually playing the melody with the melodic style, definitely every note's a lot more important. You can usually leave a little bit more space. Leave a little bit more space and yeah, and you might want to adjust your tone too, like what works for Scruggs. Usually good. Angelina Baker or Angeline the Baker. That's one of my favorite D tunes. Yeah, what was I gonna say? Watch your tone. So you might want to adjust your pick placement. Yeah, I think though just the way. Well, no, maybe the actual tune does. It's probably the way I was playing it, like a. Yeah. Yeah, one of the cooler arrangements I've heard of that is the Lonesome River Band, Sammy Sheeler playing it, and I think he plays it something weird like double C tuning. Like he capos two, then this string is lowered down a whole step, and this string is raised up a half step. I think they call it sawmill tuning or something. He's got an awesome arrangement of that. Yeah, so about controlling your tone. What works with Scruggs, which is usually trying to get your picks pretty perpendicular to the string. You get that clear tone, and usually on your lead, you're going to be closer towards the bridge. With melodic, you might want to warm it up. So here, listen to the difference between this. Right, nothing really wrong with it, but. This warms it up a little bit, it's almost, you get not quite to the point of like where you might be on backup. Maybe you want a little bit more treble to it. You just kind of, kind of like that. Kind of in the middle. Yeah, but you just kind of go along this area, find the spot that you like of the tone, get the sound that you like. And the other thing, yeah, a little more sustained. It seems a little bit louder too, like maybe just the initial note. Like I can actually feel it resonate more. The back of the banjo, the resonator in the head, like this. Wouldn't cut as much into like a mix. Like if you're in a band and or in a jam, that sounds good. But if you've got a guitar and a mandolin and a bass going, it's not gonna like stand out above. So you would have to be playing with sensitive musicians that would, lower their volume. So that's one way to warm it up. And the other thing you can do is actually kind of change the angle. And this is You get your hand a little bit out of position, but it totally. Hold on. There we go. So there's that spot, pretty bright, and then if I change the angle. Right. It's a really sweet sound, actually. You can kind of get the same thing done by like getting on the angle, the leading edge of your thumb pick, or turning it back and getting on the edge, the side of your finger pick. It's a really nice sound. The other thing, BB's probably mentioned it, you want to watch out for your melodic stuff is you don't want to hold all notes down all the time. Like this lick I've got here for Angelina Baker. It'll get pretty messy if you're holding it down all the time. Sometimes sustaining one or two of them, like form some kind of chord sound, can sound good. Like in that case, it makes a D chord. But you want to probably, do some left hand release stuff. There you can see it when I'm just releasing. So when I go to the next note, I'm releasing that last note. So instead of, so that sounds different, right? Than this. Right, you're not gonna be that choppy when you play it up to speed, but you might have to play it that choppy when messing with it. Right, you can see each of my fingers like pressing down and lifting off. Yeah, and that stuff applies to Scruggs as well. Right, so I'm like doing instead of just holding it down the whole time. I think that is one of the ways to get that separation of notes that JD Crowe would talk about. Besides, picking very, very evenly. Like that one for this, when I played My Soldier's Joy up here. Actually, I was gonna say I can just leave it down because when I play all these together, it creates this cool major 6 chord. But now that I'm listening to it, I don't really like this note ringing out. So I might practice that. I like that better. With that one, I'm all ready. So you let off right there. And that's just, letting off that little bit so your finger stays in contact with the string, but mutes the note. So, you're just ringing, not letting everything ring out and hitting ones that you don't really want. Yeah. Any other thing you're working on? Have you ever done any Celtic stuff? I love that Celtic stuff on. Sounds pretty cool on banjo. I mean, the Celtic stuff, actual Celtic stuff is usually flat pick, but you can adapt it for sure and play a lot of stuff. Just on banjo. Usually a lot of single string stuff sounds really cool because you can do this kind of triplet thing. I worked on Carol the Bells of Hank Smith arrangement. Yeah, cool. Let's see if I remember this. quick pull-offs, and then I'm doing it's almost like a quick tremolo, but it's a triplet, index thumb triplet. It's really cool sound. I mean, you can decorate like a lot of the stuff you already know. I thought like if you get to chat with BB while she's doing the stuff, I'd say like, how can I make my Soldier's Joy, more Celtic? And a lot of it's just throwing in those quick little hammers and pulls and stuff like that. Where am I at? Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh, that's why it don't work. Alright, look. I know I'm doing a push off and that's kind of weird. Those little things that are like little lead ups that are common in a lot of fiddle tunes. I feel like also kind of starts to lean more in the Celtic direction, even though it's really common in fiddle tunes. Yeah, those little hammer-ons. Stuff like that. Just kind of helps decorate it and embellish it in that way. Cool. All right, well, Sarah, thanks for joining me. Hope the Soldier's Joy keeps coming along for you, and hope you have a great 2021. Better 2020 than we all have. Stay in touch. Keep working on that banjo, and we'll see you soon. Okay. We'll go ahead and call it. No. All right.